Hello and welcome to the Spring 2018 edition of Recreation Television. We're here to help show you ways to move, splash, learn, and explore through programs from Roanoke County Parks. Well, today we're going to do something a little bit different. There are big changes coming to Explore Park over the next 12 to 24 months. We're talking about camping opportunities, special events, equestrian services, and so much more. We're going to take an in-depth look on today's show, and we're going to start by talking to Department Director Doug Blunt. We're here in the Visitor Center at Explore Park, where in front of us is one of only two large-scale topo relief maps of the Blue Ridge Parkway. And what we're doing here at Explore Park really is changing the map of attractions here in the Roanoke Valley and the Parkway at large, isn't it, Doug?
It is. We're really trying to create Explore Park as a destination, not only for the Blue Ridge Parkway, but for all of Southeast United States. And to do that, we've got to be able to implement our vision of the adventure plan that we've developed for Explore Park.
Now, a lot of changes going on in the next 12 to 24 months here at Explore Park. We're going to talk individually with some of the vendors that are coming out here, about some of the new attractions and changes. But let's talk generally. When they come out to the park in the next year, what should folks expect and be prepared to avoid as far as construction?
Well, the construction part of Explore Park is extremely exciting. This has been a long time in the making for Explore Park. Many of our citizens that have provided input into the development of the adventure plan, that's their number one question. When is it going to happen? And so we're very excited that in 2018, there's going to be a lot of improvements here at Explore Park. First and foremost, the public water and sewer project will be completed. That will be bringing those type of utilities to the park so that we can put all of our buildings onto the water and sewer system. As our cabins come online and yurts, we will have a new bathhouse. We will have yurts with water and sewer in them. So they'll be able to tie into that utility. We're also going to have road improvements that'll be taking place. That'll probably take 24 months to get all of the road improvements taken care of within the park as we construct, come behind, and then fix those. Providing that basic level of infrastructure.
I want to focus on two things. First, economic development, and then the public input component, because those are both major focuses at Explore Park. So you mentioned some of those things we're doing with the water sewer improvement. It's all about getting some of these local businesses, in some cases regional, national businesses, off the ground and running with great projects in our area.
Well, one of the components to no matter what type of site that you want to make ready for economic development to have private investment, you've got to be able to have some type of public investment too, to be able to provide some of the basic needs to be able to support those businesses. And that was a part of our adventure plan development, that it was made very clear that we needed to be able to provide some of the basics such as roads and water and sewer to be able to attract businesses so that they can thrive in an outdoor adventure environment.
But the excitement of being able to actually, in a way, incubate some of these businesses in our area to help them grow. Now, moving on, we talked about public input has been a great part of this process throughout.
Yes.
And even as recently as this year, we have taken public input on a bike skills park. Talk about how important that is and how the community has really shaped this vision.
Well, they have, and that's what I think that we're really proud of, is that the entire vision for the park has been driven by our citizens. We have always said that we wanted this park to be a great facility for our citizens first, and then as a destination second for all the tourists that we want to be able to bring to Virginia's Blue Ridge. So we've continued, in that vein of staying connected with our citizens, being able to provide updates through our website for all of the different components of the adventure plan that we've been implementing, and then just most recently having a couple of community meetings to be able to get input about what the vision should look like for our mountain bike skills park and trail improvements for the mountain bike system at Explore Park.
So a lot going on. You can find out more about the adventure plan and some of these developments as they happen on explorepark.org/adventure plan, and check out the park this year. We're going to show you on the rest of the program some exciting events and activities that you can participate in right now, and then get a preview of what's to come. So as Doug mentioned, clearly a lot of excitement going on here at Explore Park. Now, there will be some construction of amenities going on over the next 12 to 24 months. That will mean some road changes and closures, but the park will remain open throughout the process. Now, as you see behind me, we're also working on some camping opportunities for overnight accommodations. If you've ever gone looking in this area for places to go overnight, you know you sometimes have to travel a bit. Not anymore. Explore Park's got some great services coming up this season. You see the Roanoke River behind us. This is certainly a beautiful spot here at Explore Park where people have hiked and fished for many years now, but for the first time ever this summer you'll be able to camp right alongside this natural beauty, and that's because of our friends at Blue Mountain Adventures. I'd like to introduce Holly and Jonathan Hart. They have partnered with Roanoke County this year to offer some overnight camping experiences. So how did you guys get here?
Jonathan and I are both avid outdoor enthusiasts. We love to mountain bike, we love to paddle and hike. We lived in Colorado for a while where Jonathan worked for San Juan Hut Mountain System. It's a hut-to-hut system where we first became aware of something similar to this, and as we decided to return back home, we realized there were some opportunities here that we could bring this back home and implement in some sort of manner.
And now, if you look around the Roanoke Valley, I've been living here for quite a while now. The one thing that we're missing is places, if a family wants to just get outside and camp for the night, really if you don't have private property to do it on, there's not many places you can go. Talk about the landscape in the Roanoke Valley. How is it right for a business like this?
Well, I think when we were gone in Colorado, we were so impressed every time we returned home to see how Roanoke was developing into that quintessential mountain town. But we also realized what was different here is that if you wanted to get out for a weekend and just get out in the great outdoors, it was a little challenging to find an opportunity to just pull off in some land. In Colorado, there's a lot of BLM land and open spaces, and we just realized it was a bit more limited here. But the beauty of it is that we have so many incredible gems in Southwest Virginia, the mountains, the rivers, the ability to hike and paddle and do all kinds of great outdoor things. And Explore Park is a perfect location for all of those things.
Right on the Blue Ridge Parkway, of course, some great hiking places, some great river frontage as we talked about. But let's go into some of the individual types of accommodations that you all will be starting with this year.
We're doing some hike-in primitive camping. We're going to have some up on the ridge up high, and then we'll have some along the river, which would be really nice.
When you say primitive camping, what does that mean?
So we'll have a fire pit, a designated area for tents, picnic table. We're working on different types of shelters for rain and whatnot. But
all right, so if you come out, you can bring your own camping gear in that sort of situation. Now you have some other types of overnight accommodations as well. Talk about the tents.
So we have two types of tents. We have platform teepees.
Okay.
They about 14 feet in diameter. They'll sleep two people, maybe three with a small child or whatever. But and then we have a larger platform canvas tents, which are 14 by 16, and they have an 8-foot covered porch on front. So
you also have some teepees that you're going to be opening up.
Yeah, we're talking about teepees. Yep.
And finally, I think a lot of people are getting very excited about raised platform, almost like a treehouse type of camping experience. Talk about that.
And they'll be about 7 to 8 feet off the ground. To get you off the ground for one, but you can also utilize the underneath space for picnic tables or tents, or you can put tents on top. So.
And Blue Mountain Adventures, not only do you have the experience of renting the campsite, you can optionally have other outdoor adventures and even food stocking in your experience.
Right, we're very excited about that. With our platform canvas tents, we hesitate to call ourselves glamping, but we are a kicked up outdoor overnight option to stay outdoors.
And you can find out more about any of these overnight camping accommodations at explorepark.org. A lot of exciting things being constructed right now and more to come this summer. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, while you're spending the night here with the family, you're going to need something to do. Fortunately, we've got some great new activities this year at Explore Park, starting out with a new 18-hole disc golf course, and it's unlike any other. So we're going to take a look right now. It's a windy day here at the Mayflower Hills Disc Golf Course here at Explore Park, but that's one of the things you don't want when you're playing disc golf. Fortunately, our experts here, Joe Hine and Noah Guthrie, have been working for the past couple of years to build what is a phenomenal course about to open up this May. So first of all, guys, talk a little bit about your involvement and all the work that's gone into this.
Sure. So we're both with the Roanoke Disc Golf Club. That's led the design and a lot of the construction for the course. One of our big goals with the course was to try to build something that's both going to challenge some of the top level players in the area and, a lot of the guys from our club, but also be accessible and family friendly for, newer players and kids. So one thing that we tried to look at in the design is, having distance on some holes. Each hole has 3 different tees, and we'll have 2 different baskets. So for each hole, you're going to have 6 different combinations of ways to play it, which gives some variety. Along with that, there's just, there's some longer holes that are, upwards of 1,000+ feet. There's some shorter that are in the 200-foot range. So there's a lot of variety. I think that's something that we were able to accomplish to try to make it friendly for anybody that wants to play, whether you're brand new to the sport or you're, a seasoned veteran.
You talk about variety, and it's kind of rare that a course will have 2 permanent baskets, in some cases 3, and 3 different holes. You do the math, that's 105 different configurations that you could possibly play. How unusual is that?
It's fairly unusual. I think the closest one I know of that's even close is up in Maryland. So we're talking, a couple 100 miles away. I definitely think it's going to be a draw. And especially with the level of work that's gone into the beginner tees for someone that really wants to try out the sport or has been trying out the sport for a couple of months and now wants to test themselves. We have something that it's short but challenging for those newer players.
Other elements of this course, a lot of elevation changes. With the playability, there's a front 9 that you could play if you just want an introductory experience, and then a back 9. But if you played the whole 18 holes, you're really actually walking a good workout too, about 2 miles or so just to walk the whole course.
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely some climbing in that too.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about some tournaments, because that's one of the goals, not only getting families out here, but to bring in folks from outside the area to explore park.
Right, so as part of our grand opening weekend, I guess, for the course, which will be the weekend of May 12th, we'll be holding a PDGA sanctioned tournament out here. That'll be two rounds. We'll have different divisions set up for anything from juniors and amateur and beginner level players, all the way up to touring pros if they're available to attend. And along with that, we'll be giving away prizes and have some side games and different things, and try to make it a day-long kind of event to try to attract as many people and show off the course.
So we'll have the amateurs out there. It's a little bit of the pro circuit out here too, but it's a family event too. So you can come out that day, get a fresh look at a brand new course that's going to serve this area for many years to come. And it's thanks to the efforts of our friends at the Roanoke Disc Golf Club. All of this work at the disc golf course couldn't be done without the help of our friends at the Roanoke Disc Golf Club, who made it all possible. We're especially proud to partner with lots of local organizations, including another one, Roanoke Mountain Adventures, who for many years have helped lead our mountain biking beginner classes. They're doing that again this season and a whole lot more. I'm joined by Dan Lucas of Roanoke Mountain Adventures, and Dan is one of the foremost experts in the Roanoke Valley about mountain biking and all the wonderful trails and amenities that we have here in our area. And Dan, we're doing a lot at Explore Park to really build on what we have as far as trail assets and building a mountain bike skills park over the next few months. Talk about how important it is, especially for the youth in our area, to be able to have places to ride that really expand to different skill levels.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a lot of great areas. We're spoiled for choice here in Roanoke, but something we've been lacking is a true skills park, a place for kids or adults that are needing to learn how to advance their skill or just generally learn to mountain bike, to get out there to build those skills in a safe environment and in a place that they can progress without getting above their skill level.
It's really about building confidence, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's just getting on the bike, trying something out. If if you fail, you got to get back up and give it another go. But it's in a safe environment. It's an environment that we can control a little bit easier. So that's where you get your confidence and learn to go to the next level.
Now, Roanoke County is contracted with a design firm to make plans for a bike skills park and trail improvements over the next few months. So stay tuned to explorepark.org for announcements about what those plans may be. But we do hope to take action within this calendar year, 2018. So we're very excited about that, as are some of our bike partners in the community, like Roanoke Mountain Adventures. Now, Dan, we're also offering partnership programs with Roanoke Mountain Adventures. Let's talk about a couple of those right now. We have 3 coming up in the next few weeks.
Yep, absolutely. So March 20th. April 19th, and May 17th, we're going to have mountain bike skills instructional clinics. And so basically what that entails is you're going to meet me. I'm going to be the instructor. I'll have a bike, I'll have gear, and I'm just going to be out there to give you the foundation, the basics, and what you need to know to get out there to mountain bike safely and to have a good time, most importantly.
Now, we've had the privilege of working with you for several years now, hosting these classes. What types of people show up? What ages? What skill level differences do they have?
I've had everyone from 13 all the way up to in their 60s.
Wow.
So it's a wide skill range. You could be brand new, you could be relearning a skill, but this class is really designed to give you the foundation, to give you the basics, and to give you the confidence you need to get out there to enjoy the outdoors and all the incredible trail we have in our area.
All too often people will go out to a sporting goods store, they're going to invest in bikes and equipment, but before they've actually gone out there and tried it.
Right.
So why should they take this class before they make those decisions?
Well, that takes some of the headache out. We do a lot of bike fitting, so getting people on different sizes. We help them choose the right bike that's going to fit their riding style, whether it's cross country all the way up to full on downhill. And we're able to give them some feedback, get them on a bike, help them figure out size and all that, so they don't have to go out and make a costly couple $1,000 mistake possibly.
So you'll be more informed as a consumer, of course, more informed as to whether or not you like the activity, but you'll best of all get pro instruction from our friends at Roanoke Mountain Adventure. So look for more about the Bike Skills Park coming up soon at Explore Park. When Roanoke County took over operation of Explore Park a few years ago, our first priority was public access, opening up our trails and river access here at the park. Our second priority was expanding programming, and we've continued to do just that. Summer camps are our most popular programs here at the park, and we've got some great opportunities for youth this summer. Here at Explore Park, we aim to be the starting place for individuals and families looking to get outdoors and enjoy the wonderful amenities that we have to offer in the beauty of the Roanoke Valley. There's no more beautiful place, in my opinion, than here at Explore Park. And for the past several years, we've offered some great programs for youth to really get that outdoor experience. And we're continuing some of those this year. So first of all, give me an overview of what are the programs that we're offering full-day outdoor camps at Explore Park?
We're offering 3 weeks of full-day outdoor camps this summer. That's Monday through Friday, each kind of focusing on different activities.
Okay, and for all these programs, you can drop off your kids either at the camp or at Tanglewood Mall in the morning, so free satellite transportation included in your fee. So let's start off and talk about paddling camp. We've got some paddling gear here behind us. We have the beautiful Roanoke River Gorge that is adjacent to the property here. What are they going to be doing during that week of paddling camp?
Absolutely. That week, we actually partner up with Roanoke Mountain Adventures to kind of, showcase a variety of different paddling sports that are really popular in the area. We do canoeing, we do kayaking, we do stand-up paddleboarding, and on the last day of camp, kind of in a celebratory fashion, just take a leisurely float down the river in some inner tubes.
Now here at Explore Park, we're adjacent to the Roanoke River and the beautiful Roanoke River Gorge. What makes the Roanoke River a great place for folks to enjoy and learn to canoe and paddle?
It's really great that we have this nice stretch of river right here on our Explore Park property. It's a great place to start. It's not too fast moving. It's got some ripples, so it's not completely flat. And it's so convenient and it's such a beautiful surroundings.
So that's paddling camp. Now moving on, we have a couple other programs. First, Mountain Quest. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, Mountain Quest, is going to focus on some more traditional outdoor summer camp activities, focusing more on outdoor sports. So we'll do some fishing and some other activities.
And then finally, Nature Camp.
Yeah, that's our Wilderness Ramblers, still sticking with the traditional outdoor summer camp activities, but it's going to be more environmental education based.
When you say environmental education based, what are some examples of some activities that they'd be
Sure,
there?
we'll do some nature hikes, talk about the local flora and fauna of the park, maybe touch on some conservation, maybe do some water samples here on the Roanoke River.
Okay, so the beauty of these camps, most of them are full-day experiences, the three that we just named. There's something about getting out there for a full day, being out in nature, isn't it? Really gets kids engaged.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that immersion aspect. They may go outside in their backyard and play for a couple hours and run inside for a glass of lemonade. Here they're really, diving right into the environment and for a whole day.
And for an even more immersive experience. Of course, we always have Camp Roanoke, the other side of the county. Briefly talk about the wide range of ages and adventures you can have out at Camp Roanoke.
Sure, absolutely. Unlike the summer camp programs we're offering at Explore Park, those are for rising 6th through 8th graders. At Camp Roanoke, we start our day camp programs at rising kindergarten and go through rising 5th graders. And then our overnight programs, which are quite immersive, start at rising 3rd graders and go all the way up through rising 11th graders.
And the beauty of those, they feature a lot of progressive adventures, so meaning as you get older, you get to experience different activities, more activities, and go off-site more. What are a couple of the off-site trips for the older kids?
Sure, we have our adventure program, which starts on site. They go camp off-site, do some off-site rock climbing and kayaking. And then we have our trek programs, one of which goes to the New River Gorge and does whitewater rafting, and the other one goes to Virginia Beach and does sea kayaking, surfing, and things like that.
So whatever your adventure, you have it at a summer camp in Roanoke County Parks, either here at Explore Park, our day programs, 3 to choose from, or at Camp Roanoke if you're looking for an overnight experience. We hope to see your kids here this summer. Serving youth is a huge part of our mission here at Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism. But it's a pleasure and privilege when those kids give back to us, and that's exactly what's happening this spring with over 600 volunteers, our biggest group ever from Faith Christian School, coming out to help out at Explore Park. At Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism, we rely on the efforts of volunteers to keep our parks looking their best, and these efforts have grown significantly in the past few years. We're especially proud this year to have our largest ever volunteer project in our history, thanks to our friends at Faith Christian School. Joining me now is Head of School Peter Bauer. Peter, tell us about Project Faith.
Project Faith has been in existence now for 17 years. And on each day that we have a Project Faith Day, the entire school, as well as additional volunteers, they may be parents, grandparents, friends of the school, the entire population will come out and volunteer at different locations. So this will be our 17th year.
So we're talking about over 600 volunteers
Over 600.
at one time, which is a lot of volunteers. Let's turn to the students now. You all have participated in these projects for several years now. Is this something you guys look forward to every year?
Yeah, it's definitely great because we get to reach out to the community and still have fun while working and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and we can impact the community through that.
Huge impacts. It's also an opportunity for you to get with your other classmates of different grade levels. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so every year we mix it up, seniors with kindergartners. This year we'll probably be with the juniors and some other younger grades. So it's nice to be able to work with other grades to get to know them more.
Now, Peter, it's also a fundraiser, not just a community service. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I can. So we will have our students send out letters to folks that believe in this outreach, believe in community service, and want to support them individually. So they'll go ahead and pledge a certain amount for the day. Over the last 17 years, we've raised over $2 million.
Wow.
So it has been an extremely successful fundraiser for us. But as importantly is what it means to the kids in our community.
Now, the kids are welcome to talk about this. Tell us about how volunteerism is really a part of the community life at Faith Christian. Is it an important part of giving back, an important part of what you learn through the program here?
Yeah, so we not only do we have Project Faith, but we also have other service clubs, and just not only serving people outside of the school, but people within the school, and just serving each other daily, as well as plan service projects like this.
And Peter, these are values that they can really take with them into adulthood.
Yeah, best case scenario is that it isn't just a day of service. That what they're thinking about all the time is how do they serve one another and how do they serve a community outside of things like a special day of faith. One
of the things that we find interesting is the way that you go about selecting these projects. You know, when you say 600 volunteers on paper, that seems like, oh, you know, great to have all these volunteers out there, but really logistically, not everybody can support having so many volunteers in one place. Talk about the selection process, if you want.
It starts a year ahead of time, and we begin conversations with organizations and networks that we believe may be able to direct us in the right direction. Last year, or a couple of years ago, we were at the town of Grandin, and we were at a number of different locations. Last year, we were at Camp Altamar, so we were all at one location, but a very large space. So it's going to be in a location with a number of different opportunities, or at a very large space that has opportunities for all of our students.
Well, we're especially excited about this project, not only because you selected Roanoke County and Explore Park, but because Explore Park is about to embark on a journey to really become a regional destination. How do you all feel about the legacy that your project, because you're not only going to be cleaning up, you're going to be building park benches, you're going to be painting things that fresh, you're going to be constructing new elements of regional and economic tourism here in the valley. How do you feel about the lasting impact about that?
Yeah, I'll be excited to do it. I've never been to Explore Park, but definitely looking forward to it because I just go to a place I've never been before, and if I ever go back, just kind of seeing all the things that we did and all the work that we put in to make it a better place, it'll be really cool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was in on some of the early planning for Explore Park, and being an outsider, I've been here 4 years, it has always struck me that the outdoors is such a unique aspect of what makes Roanoke a place where folks will want to come from outside of the city, but also within the context of the valley. What an incredible resource, and for us to have the opportunity to help develop it is just really exciting.
And Faith Christian, likewise, is an incredible resource for Roanoke County and the Blue Ridge area at large. So thank you very much for your efforts, and we will see you out here at the end of April at Explore Park. All of the wonderful improvements to Explore Park wouldn't be possible without the help of our community partners. That's both volunteer partners, as we've talked about in this program, and also business partners like our next guest from Reba Farm. They are building some great equestrian infrastructure and programs available this season. Kathleen Donovan and Ron Gore have worked with us for several years now, offering horseback lessons, expeditions at their farm in Bedford County. We're extremely excited now to have them this summer offering a new service here at Explore Park. We're calling it The Ranch at Explore Park. Kathleen, Ron, tell us about your vision for what you see out here at Explore over the coming couple of years.
Well, we envision a horse facility that offers equestrian events, trail riding, maybe lessons and camps that anyone can participate in.
And that's one of the things that has made the service that you offer with us so unique. It's our horseback programs are usually for ages 8 and up. They don't take any riding experience at all. And you have a very unique fleet of horses, don't you?
Yes, we do. Most of the horses that we have, and we have a herd of 74 animals. Most of them came from a rescued situation. We get them in, we rehab them, retrain them, and get them to the point where just about anyone can ride them. And I mean pretty much anyone, from 5 to 90.
And what's it like to work with folks that have never gotten on horseback before, and what distinguishes the way that you operate, makes it such a unique service?
We have a different process that I haven't seen anywhere else in the country, and we call it the emulation. We emulate true horse behavior.
Okay.
And what we do is we observe and study, and we do it constantly. It's not a part-time thing. It's not once on a weekend. It is 7 days a week, every day of the year. And we watch the herd, we observe them, we study them, and then we take what we see there and we apply it with the horses when they're out of the herd, and the horses react much better to that than trying to get them to do something in an unknown manner for them. They know how to do it if we emulate their behavior.
And I've had the privilege of riding with you all, 75 horses. You know each one of them by name, characteristics, temperament, and that really translates when you're trying to teach a new rider how to ride.
It does.
Now let's kind of focus on some of the development out here at Explore Park. You are going to be stabling some horses out here, correct?
Yes, we hope to have about 15 horses, a donkey. The donkey will help protect the horses that are here from coyotes and whatever else. They're a great deterrent. And then we'd like to have a couple little miniature horses along. They just are a great little attraction.
But the benefit for the public, new routes to explore, closer proximity here to the town of Roanoke, and of course close proximity to our guests traveling the parkway as well. Well, let's turn to Matthew now. Matthew, you come all the way from Dubai as a wrangler here for many years.
Yes, sir.
What does a wrangler do?
We sort of act as super counselor of sorts. Basically, horseback camp counselor. We help with the rides. We help the riders groom and tack and help them learn and help everything go smoothly.
And here at the ranch at Explore Park, you know, using the unique skill set that Ron and Kathleen have, what makes it different that horses are going to be allowed to do here that you might not be able to do and ride it around in a circle type of land?
Well, a lot of things are similar, but everything's a little bit more.
Okay.
Actually, a lot more. We get to run, jump, basically just horsemanship.
So learn horsemanship skills that you wouldn't just on a track course.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. And that's one of the things that makes the ranch at Explore Park different. We're excited about all of the offerings. When should we be able to expect to be able to take a horse class here at Explore Park?
Well, we're going to be up and running June of this summer. So we will have a scheduled trail rides. Obviously, we'll start the 1st. We're going to offer 4 weeks of camp. I believe it's going to be 1 week in June, 2 weeks in July, and 1 in August for daytime camps. And then we're going to be offering lessons. So there'll be a lot going on that hopefully it'll spark an interest in a lot of folks to come out and join up with us and learn some new things about horses.
Well, horseback riding has been a particularly popular program, and we think it'll grow even more so with classes closer to home. Ron, Kathleen, Matthew, we hope to see you out here at Explore Park, and we look forward to some exciting times here at the ranch. Well, at the Visitor Center behind me, the season kicks off on April 14th, and for the first time ever, we may be going to a year-round operation here at Explore Park. Stay tuned for news of that. Well, also at the Visitor Center this summer, we've expanded the special events to include 3 Artisan Saturdays. Let's find out what that is. The 2018 season here at Explore Park is about to begin, and we are kicking it off right with a special event followed by several fantastic events throughout the season. So, Wendy, let's first talk about opening weekend.
Certainly. We open the Visitor Center and the gift shop with a soft opening on Saturday, April 14th. But April 15th is the day that you were referring to with Adventure Sunday.
Adventure Sunday. So what is this event and how do you participate?
Adventure Sunday is going to be a true adventure at Explore Park. We are going to be highlighting all of the fabulous new amenities that we have in the park, as well as our hiking trails, our biking trails. We're going to have nature walks. We're, of course, going to have activities for the kids to participate in. We're going to have music. We're going to have food vendors. We're going to have a great selection of merchandise in the gift shop. We're going to have special sales that weekend.
Even outdoor equipment vendors as well.
Exactly. That's where I was going. We're going to have an expo.
All right.
Right there in the Brew Tavern parking lot, we're going to have an expo with all outdoor adventure folks. So just everyone needs to come out and enjoy the day in the park.
Now, throughout our program, we are talking with some of those vendors, but you'll get a chance to meet them yourself. For example, the folks that are operating our overnight camping amenities will be here, possibly our equestrian amenities, things like that. So a great opportunity for that and a lot of fun for the kids as well.
Exactly.
So let's move on into the summer. One of our most popular events the past 2 years has been Artisan Saturday, and that's coming back.
It is coming back for its 3rd season, and we're coming back even stronger than before. We've got 3 going on, one in June, scheduled one in August, and another in November. And one of the highlights this year, which is going to be in November, we're inviting students and art clubs from the community, and we've gotten a tremendous response for them to come and show their wares as well, along with all of the professional artisans that we have in the gift shop.
So not only do you get to see the artisans perform their craft right in front of your eyes, but it's also a family affair, activities for the kids and music as well?
Exactly. We have music. We also have food because, you know, an event is not an event without food.
And if you can't make it to Artisan Saturday, we have artisan goods in our gift shop here at Explore Park's Blue Ridge Parkway Visitor Center all throughout the season, although just a hint to you, some things that are available on Artisan Saturday will only be available on Artisan Saturday.
That is correct, because we even bring in additional artisans on that Saturday to come in. So it's really worth everyone's while to come out for those special days.
So don't forget to mark your calendars for April 14th and 15th, the beginning of our season. And if you come out on the 15th. Take advantage of Adventure Sunday. Lots of activities starting at 11 and ending at 5 p.m. Just a quick rundown of some of the times and activities.
Sure. We've got most of the activities from 11 to 5, but we even have a few of the hikes and the bird walk and all of those kinds of things starting at 9. So it really is a whole day affair.
Come out for the day and check our website, explorepark.org or RoanokeCountyParks.com for an listing of all of the events out here at Explore Park and elsewhere throughout the county. Well, thanks for watching Recreation Television. As you can see, a whole lot going on here at Explore Park this summer and even more over the next couple of years as we continue to build on those outdoor recreation amenities. And don't forget, of course, Roanoke County Parks Recreation and Tourism is your family place for fun during the upcoming summer season. Splash Valley Water Park season tickets are on sale now, and the park opens Memorial Day weekend. So please be abreast of the changes here at Explore Park. Go to explorepark.org/adventure-plan and see those amenities as they develop. Until next time, we'll see you in the parks.